Marvel fans can finally watch Black Widow, whether they chose to see it in theaters or on Disney Plus Premier Access for $29.99. And that Premier Access has come with some strings attached, as it may have burned bridges between Disney and the star, as Scarlett Johansson is now suing Disney for breach of contract over the day and date release, which may have cost her up to $50 million. Fans say Black Widow lawsuit is Disney's karma for a Johnny Depp saga. The latest Marvel movie is just as much an introduction to Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova as it is a farewell to Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff. This is made very clear in the post-credit scene and everything it revealed about the future of the MCU. The film ends with Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, heading to break Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, out of the raft after the events of Captain America: Civil War. Her story picks back up in Avengers: Infinity War and ends with her death on Vormir in Avengers: Endgame. The floodgates of the Black Widow box office saga have broken wide, and we mean wide open, with MCU star Scarlett Johansson filing a lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company for breach of contract. Allegedly, a clause was added to Johansson's contract in 2019, the year Disney Plus launched, prohibiting Marvel Studios and their parent company, Disney, from releasing the Avengers franchise prequel film, which takes place between Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War, on a streaming service simultaneously with its theatrical release. As we all know, that's exactly what happened. Following over a year of delays due to the unanticipated COVID-19 pandemic, Black Widow, the first movie in the Kevin Feige-led Studios Phase 4, released both in theaters and on the $29.99 Disney Plus Premier Access tier on July 9, 2021. The film opened to an $80 million box office weekend but suffered a stunning crash, the worst the Marvel Cinematic Universe has ever seen, in its second weekend in theaters. Presumably, this is what led to Johansson's lawsuit, as she and her legal team allege that much of her pay was tied to box office performance. Disney has responded to the lawsuit, calling it both callous and disappointing. Johansson has been part of the MCU for over a decade, making her debut in Iron Man 2 alongside another original Avenger, Robert Downey Jr. Now, Marvel fans and Disney fans are unsurprisingly beginning to voice their opinions too. And some are comparing Johansson to actor Johnny Depp, who was fired from his iconic role as Captain Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise following his legal battle with ex-wife Amber Heard. Marvel fans already knew her fate, which led to some criticism that Black Widow, while enjoyable, had very low stakes. Most of the new information came in the crucial post-credit scene of the film. Depp lost his libel lawsuit against UK newsgroup newspaper publication The Sun in London last fall, after vehemently denying domestic violence allegations that Heard made in the tabloid, including the fact that Depp allegedly held her hostage in Australia during a Pirates of the Caribbean shoot. Following the verdict, Disney officially let him go from the Pirates franchise, much to his loyal fans' dismay. In fact, the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp campaign has taken off on social media, and the actor has a great deal of support. The post-credit jumps to after the Avengers have undone Thanos' snap and returned the half of the universe that was turned to dust. Yelena Belova goes back to Ohio to visit Natasha's grave, where she is buried below a tree just like her unknown mother. While Yelena is visiting, she is joined by Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Valentina was first introduced in the Disney Plus original series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and fans have been suspecting that she is building her own team of Dark Avengers. Now it is clear that she has at least 2 team members already, John Walker, aka US Agent, and Yelena Belova as the new Black Widow. Perhaps Valentina, who is also known as Madam Hydra in Marvel Comics, is behind the sudden reappearance of the Incredible Hulk, villain the Abomination, who just returned in the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings trailer. More importantly, the mission that Valentina hand delivers tells Marvel fans when they will get to see Yelena again. she is sending the new Black Widow up against the Avenger she blames for her sister's death. This is our first clue about the plot of the new series, Hawkeye, coming this fall to Disney+. So far, Marvel Studios has not released many details about Hawkeye other than it will involve Clint Barton passing his mantle to the young Avenger Kate Bishop. It will also introduce Echo, a deaf Native American superhero who can mirror other people's physical movements like Black Widow villain Taskmaster. Adding Echo made fans think that Hawkeye would be going up against Kingpin since the villain raised her after killing her father. We already knew that Yelena was going to show up in Hawkeye, and now we know why. This stunning reveal sets up so many new plots for the future of the MCU all in one scene. Is Clint Barton going to get another Black Widow to join the Avengers, or will Yelena end up killing the Avengers' Archer? And who knows how the controversy surrounding the Black Widow release has affected Florence Pugh's opinion on staying with the studio beyond her next scheduled appearance. In Marvel Studios' action-packed spy thriller Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, confronts the darker parts of her ledger when a dangerous conspiracy with ties to her past arises. Pursued by a force that will stop at nothing to bring her down, Taskmaster and Dreykov, Natasha must deal with her history as a spy and the broken relationships left in her wake long before she became an Avenger. Scarlett Johansson reprises her role as Natasha, Black Widow, Florence Pugh stars as Yelena, David Harbour portrays Alexei the Red Guardian, and Rachel Weisz as Melina. Black Widow, the first film in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is directed by Kate Shortland and produced by Kevin Feige. Depp's many supporters are calling for Disney to reconsider casting Margot Robbie in the leading role in the reported Pirates of the Caribbean 6 movie. There is a petition that is over 500,000 signatures strong asking the company to recast Depp in his most famous role. Furthermore, fans of the Warner Bros. Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts series are boycotting the studio, which fired Depp from his role as Gellert Grindelwald in favor of Mads Mikkelsen, unless Amber Heard is also fired from Aquaman 2, officially titled Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Heard is currently filming the sequel movie alongside leading man Jason Momoa. It seems unlikely that Depp will return to Pirates of the Caribbean for the 6th time, particularly given that he recently lost his right to appeal the outcome of his original libel lawsuit in the UK High Court. In regard to the former couple's $50 million civil suit in the US, Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard are set to meet in court in April 2022 in Fairfax, Virginia.